Okay, my special people. Today we're going to get ready for Chapter 7. Just a little heads up. Let me fix my face. Just a little heads up. Some of the wording and the formatting on this guy turned out funky, but it's all good. It's all good. We like a little funkiness, right, kids? Perfect squares. Perfect squares are the numbers that you see here in this purple diagonal. They're the numbers that if you were to multiply a number to itself, you get that number. 1 times 1 is 1, and 2 times 2 is 4, and 3 times 3 is 9. So the perfect squares are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 121, 144, 169, 196, and 225. Those are called the perfect squares. Okay? So this chapter, we're going to be dealing with those numbers a whole lot. So let's see if we remember the perfect squares that I just said. 9 was 1, 18 was not, 32 was not, 12 was not, 100 was 1. 9 is 3 times 3, 100 is 10 times 10, 121 is 11 times 11, 45 is not a number times itself, 64 is 8 times 8, 161 was not one of them, 200 was not one of them, 144 was 12 times 12, and 225 was 15 times 15. Perfect squares are two integers multiplied together to get you that number. Those are perfect squares. Now this is where, like I said, the formatting, and in the previous slide was the same way. The formatting was all screwy. What times itself gives you the perfect squared? What times itself is 36? 6 times itself is 36. What times itself is 81? 9 times itself is 81. What times itself is 144? 12 times itself is 144. We're going to be dealing with these types of numbers a whole lot in this chapter. Now my job is to solve these equations. So the first half of the chapter is going to involve something called square roots, which involves what we just did. The second half of the chapter is going to involve something called Pythagorean theorem, which involves us solving equations, but also doing what we just did. So we need to be good at solving equations, and this is something that we did in Chapter 1. I think I did this or redid problems like these again for Chapter 4. I don't remember. But you could definitely watch the videos from Chapter 1 if you're not sure of any of these. So what I'm doing for these problems is I have a letter in each. I have to isolate that variable, that letter. I have to get that letter all by itself. So the first problem I have 9x minus 7 equals negative 7. Is x all by itself? No. What's in the way? 9 and negative 7. Which one should I get rid of first? The negative 7. So I'm going to add 7, add 7. 9x equals negative 7 plus 7 is 0. Now, a lot of people look at 0 and say, oh, I must have done something wrong. No, you didn't. 0 is a number. You're allowed to have 0 as an answer. If I divide both sides by 9, 0 divided by 9 is still 0. So the answer is 0. X is 0. You're allowed to have 0 as an answer. Looking at this guy over here, I have n, and is n all by itself? No. What's in the way? 5 and 4. Which one should I get rid of? 4. How do we get rid of a positive 4 floating around? Subtract 4 from both sides. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. There's that 0 again, trying to confuse us. N over 5 is now lingering on the right. Is n all by itself? No. What's in the way? 5. How do we get rid of divided by 5? Multiply 5. Of course. Bring down the n. 5 times 4 is 20. So 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. And do the old flipperooskies because I like my letter on the left. Letter on the left, they say. Alright. Look, we're at our last page already. This is a quick one. Is r all by itself? No. What's in the way? Divided by 20. Anything else? Minus 5. Which one should I get rid of first? The one that's floating around. Minus 5. How do I get rid of minus 5? Add 5 to both sides. Plus 5, cross you out. On the left side, I have -4, but I gain 5, which gives me +1. On the right side, I have r over 20. Is r all by itself? No. What's in the way? Divided by 20. How do I get rid of divided by 20? Multiply 20. Pew! 20 times 1 is 20. That equals r. I hate the way that looks. R equals 20. All right. All right. Is x all by itself? No. What's in the way? -9. Anything else? +1. Which one should I get rid of first? +1. How do I get rid of +1? -1. -1. Cross you out. -9x. -80 minus 1 is -81. If I have to get x all by itself, which it's not, I have to do the opposite of times -9, which is divide -9. Cross you out. -81 divided by negative is a positive. -9 is a +9. Hey! All right. That'll do it. That'll do it. Bye.